Within P, do we see the concern for how this activity contributes to cosmic order, to social order, to all those things, or is that coming from outside of P?
Yeah, so I do think it's coming from within P to a degree. Here, it's the idea that there's sort of a place for everything, and there's a particular sequence that everything sort of works or functions in. But what's interesting to me is it's not fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we see this at first in, Genesis 1 with things being sort of put in order on each of the 6 days and then the seventh day being rest. And God creates this world that is good. And almost immediately after the creation of that world, it's no longer good. What God sets up in Genesis 1 is supposed to be sort of a well-oiled machine that runs on its own without much interference from him at all. And it falls apart and the wheels come off right away. And by Genesis 6, which comes pretty closely after Genesis 1, and we don't have any of the Cain and Abel or the Adam and Eve story in P. So by Genesis 6, the world is full of violence. The order that God has set up between animals and humans not killing each other, that has fallen apart. There's bloodshed everywhere. And God realizes very quickly, this idea that I had about how things would work, it's not going to work. I have to revise.